Hi, welcome to Midweek Connect from Elim Church Romsey. My name is Dave Walker. Good to have you here today. I want to encourage you today, talk a little bit about when God speaks, but in the vein of the still small voice. Yes, a few weeks ago I touched this subject, but it's specifically the still small voice that I want to talk about today. And no, I don't want to specifically talk about Christmas either, because we're hearing it everywhere, Christmas. And the subject of Christmas, the birth of Christ, is great and is fantastic. But I want to hit where people are today, because what I have for you will challenge you and encourage you amid the turmoil. Please listen to me and understand what I'm saying. I want to read very quickly, very briefly from 1 Kings 19, 1 to 13. And the word of the Lord came to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He replied, "I've been very zealous for the Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant, broke down your altars, and put your prophets to death with the sword. I'm the only one who is left, and now they're trying to kill me too." The Lord said, "Go out and stand at the mouth of the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by." Then a great and powerful wind tore the mountains apart and shattered the rocks before the Lord, but the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord wasn't in the fire. And when the fire had finished, there came a gentle whisper. And when Elijah heard it, he pulled his cloak over his face and went out and stood on the mouth of the cave. Then a voice came to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" So the good thing is, he wanted God to speak to him. And God spoke to him in a still small voice. In other words, God, when he speaks to you, doesn't necessarily give you a dramatic sort of revelation. Let me tell you a little bit about this, because this is fantastic. Many years ago, I was on a trip to the Philippines, and coming back from the Philippines to Hong Kong, I made a particular mistake. I ate some very dodgy oysters. And by the time I got back to Hong Kong, I was desperately ill, really ill, and being sick all the time. And I wanted one thing after I had been sick. I was looking around for one thing. All I needed was one thing, and that was sparkling water. Oh, I could get water that was still but not sparkling. I needed sparkling water because I was at the stage after the, if you like, stomach upset where I was about to drink it. And I just needed a sparkling water. I was ready to drink sparkling water, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And all I needed was that one thing. That sparkling water. Right in the midst of the turmoil, I needed that sparkling water. And right in the midst of your turmoil right now, you need one thing. You need one thing. It was possibly all kicking off. You're feeling depressed or anxious. You're looking for direction. You're feeling fear. This is probably happening with your family, that with your work, and the pressure of Christmas. And you're looking for one thing, not a bottle of sparkling water, but you're looking for that one thing in the same way that I was. In the same way that I was looking for that one thing being water, you are looking for that one thing being the still small voice. Because when you hear the voice of God speaking into your turmoil, you will know that God has spoken, and you will experience direction, peace, and clarity. And if you can go with that still small voice and thank God that he's spoken to you, go with that still small voice. Because the one thing you need right now, possibly, is to hear the voice of God, the still small voice of God, and hear his direction and his encouragement and his clarity and what he's saying to you this Christmas season. Don't get caught up in everything. Because when you're hearing that still small voice, fear and doubt and worry and uncertainty will come away into perspective and be diminished. And when you know what God is saying to you right now, I know I repeated this a few weeks ago, but I mean it now in specifically regarding the still small voice. In the same way I was looking around for that bottle of sparkling water in Hong Kong. That was the one thing I need. It would have made me feel better. And the one thing you need right now is to hear the still small voice of God. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And if you develop your relationship with God more than anything right now over this Christmas season, you will experience clarity and comfort and direction. And my challenge to you is, as we go into this Christmas season and you are just looking around for this present and looking around for this and that, in the same way I was looking for that sparkling water in Hong Kong and couldn't find it anywhere, on sale at the airport or anywhere, the one thing I needed, you can look for the one thing you need, the one thing that will make you feel better, not physically, but emotionally. And that is to hear the still small voice of God and know what he is specifically saying to you. You need advice in your situation. Of course you do. Why do you? Because it's the end of December and everyone needs advice on the end of December because we're all looking around for what God's going to say. Join us this Sunday at Elim Church Romsey at 10:30 a.m. and I will have a fantastic message to give to you which will be 10 times better than what I've just shared with you. Hope you're having a good day. God bless you and thank you for joining me.